Shut up and sit down.
What's up, squids? Hey, today I am popping my cherry on MX versus ATV All Out. I have not played an MX versus ATV game since Reflex, way back in the day. I remember that game being pretty fun for what it was back then. A lot of people say that is the best MX versus ATV in the whole series. I really can't even remember. It's been so long. I'd have to go back and play it again. But I think that was on 360, Xbox 360 that I played that. But anyways, with the pending release of the Lucus Oil Pro National tracks on Tuesday, I thought I'd better get this game loaded up and take a look at it, get some laps in, just so I could give kind of see what it's all about. Definitely want to be. I've seen the videos of the 4 tracks that the other YouTubers have posted up their preview footage of, and they look really good as far as the tracks go. Anyways, I just want to kind of give you guys my impressions as somebody who has not played this game. I have 3 hours total, and you're looking at some footage right when I just started playing. I did a few of the tutorials, and then I just jumped into going through all the tracks. So very little gameplay time, so please don't judge me too harshly on my writing. I did get better as the night went on, and I figured out the preload and also the clutch boosting. That was really fun, and this was pretty funny, landing that and doing a fakie rolling backwards. So yeah, I play a lot of milestone games, Supercross, MXGP, MotoGP, and mainly that's just because I like the officially licensed series games, so that's what I'm attracted to. And since this one is getting the Lucus Oil Pro National tracks, I am going to be playing it too, just because those are the tracks that I want to play. Each game has its pros and cons. There is a lot of passionate fans between each. I am not a passionate fan for either one. I could really care less. I'm just happy that we have MX and Supercross games. Yes, it would be awesome if Milestone would fix their physics, free the whips, fix their turning, get the ruts, put elevations changes in their track editors, and Rainbow Studios here. Hey, it would be great if they had officially licensed tracks, which they're getting. It'd be great if they weren't so arcadey. It'd be great if they would release the game without so many bugs, etc., etc. Each is its own game, and I'm not here to judge them. I'm sorry if you're looking for an opinion like that. There is a few other YouTubers that just love to rant and do things like that. That's not me. And this is my opinion, and I hope you are okay with that. So anyways, let's get into this. I really did not like third-person view, and reading the forums, there's lots of people who swear go to first person, and I agree. First-person mode is so much better. Third person was just so clunky. The camera, the follow camera, the way it swings around the corners, I just could not get with that. It just did not work for me, so I switched to first person right away, and man, it was night and day. I was able to play, but that could also be because I play first person pretty much exclusively in Supercross and MXGP, so it translated really well. It felt fine. The one thing though that third person view is good for is being able to view the whips. The rider animations when they're in the air are really good in this game, especially when they're whipping, just the way they contort the body. I thought they did a really good job at that, and when you're in first person mode you can't see that, and it's very difficult, to me at least right now, without a lot of practice, trying to whip in first person mode and bringing it back. Yeah, you can do it, it's just it's very difficult. So speaking about the air physics in this game, yes, it is, admittedly miles and miles ahead of Milestone's physics. For the whips, I mean, there is an actual skill. You actually have to use a skill in practice to do whips in this game. And milestone, yeah, it's just an animation. It pulls it back. It's really easy. It plays okay into that game type where you're just usually just trying to scrub a jump really fast, but it still doesn't look good. And you don't even have to have a skill. This game, you definitely have to have a skill to whip. And when you can pull it off, I mean, it looks awesome. So that is a very cool thing about this game, is the deformation code in this game. Yeah, I could definitely see, you know, it was hard. I only did a few, I didn't do a really long races, but when you were following the AI and they were putting down their lines, yes, it did get the deformation on the track. You would have the ruts forming on the insides, really cool. And you could actually feel, you know, put yourself in that rut and, you know, track through it. Really cool. Another thing I really liked about this game is the cornering. I don't know if it takes, I mean, of course it takes skill, but I don't know if I ever crashed one time in a corner. So there really wasn't, you know, like MXGP and Supercross, you can go down when you try to lean in a corner. You lean too much to the inside, you crash. The thing I did like about this is you can weight your outside peg in this game by, you know, going the opposite way of your turn. Milestone games, I thought you used to be able to do that at least back in MXGP2 when I played that game. The recent MXGP Pro Supercross games, you try to weight the outside peg. For some reason, you just do like, I don't know what it's doing, but you'll instantly crash, and high side does not work at all. But this game, it was so refreshing to be able to just be able to lean, be able to weight the outside peg if you wanted to. Really cool. So I know it's one of the mechanics of this game is the clutch boosting. So if you're not familiar with that, it's where you can just tap the clutch and you'll get a little speed boost. So you'll do it, you know, before big jumps, and then, you know, also in conjunction with the preload, you know, you hit some big lines and get a lot of air. So it's just a mechanic of this game. I can't say if it's really good or bad, but for this game, it's good because all of these tracks are not they're not official replicas or anything of any of the tracks that I know of. Maybe they are, but they are designed in a specific way that the preloading and the clutch boosting allows you to hit these lines perfectly. You know, so it works for this game. You know, clutch boosting, I don't know if that is really realistic or not. I don't remember doing that when I was racing motocross. I remember using it a lot in corners and stuff, but not before I was taken off on a jump face. But anyways, it works. Like I said, it works for this game because the game was designed around that. Yeah, I don't think it would work in a milestone game, and I don't think it really needs it. But like I said, it was actually pretty fun once you got the mechanic down. And I'm not very good at it, but I did get it as I played more. I was like, oh yeah, clutch boost here, preload this jump, and man, it was fun when you would hit those sections. And that's the thing, because they're not making replica tracks, they don't have the same constraints, you know, as Milestone. They were able to make these sections fun. So you know, what they make in real life isn't always the funnest track, but they did a pretty good job. These tracks are fun. They're really wide, and trying to whip there. I'm not very good. So yeah, again, do not judge me that harshly. I know I suck. 3 hours of playtime. Right, talking about the whoops, it did take some skill to do the whoops. You couldn't just pull all the way back on the right thumbstick to go through the whoops. You'll loop out. Milestone games, you just yank that stick back as far as you can, and you'll skim the whoops. This game, you had to actually find that, you know, middle ground of, you know, just the right amount to lift your front wheel and go through the whoops on. That was a really nice surprise. Like right there, you couldn't pull back all the way. You know, so it takes some actual skill to go through the whoops. As in Supercross game, you're just gunning it and pulling back as hard as you can pretty much every time. like I mentioned before, all of these tracks, they're all they're they're pretty wide. They're pretty. I mean, they're uniform width between everything. And that can be good or bad. It's not really realistic in all cases. But again, that's not what they were going for on these. We'll have to see. From seeing the video on the other ones, yeah, they look really not so uniform on the Lucus Oil tracks. So that'll be really cool to try those out. This being an MX versus ATV game, I actually had to try the ATVs. I didn't try the quads. I just tried this UTV. Honestly, guys, I'm not sure why they have to include these. Can't they just make an MX game? I mean, I think they would have to change the name of their game from MX versus ATV to something else. But how many of you guys actually play these? I didn't play this one time when I played Reflex back in the day. I play this for MX bikes. Maybe there's a lot of guys out there that like quads and UTVs, side by sides. I don't know. It's if I'm gonna play an off-road game like that, I'm gonna play dirt or dirt rally or something. I don't know. Just I guess this lends a little bit more things to do in the game. Anyways, I don't know. Oh yeah, and one more thing before I forget. The sound effects in this game are some of the worst that I have played in a long time. Like this UTV, it sounds like I'm driving a Prius off-road or something. The bikes, they are terrible sounding. I don't know what the 2-strokes sound like, but the 4-strokes, terrible. I don't know. I mean, this day and age, can't they get a better sound design? Not very good at all, in my opinion. Guys, I kind of really enjoyed this game. That's my view on it. Again, I'm not biased towards either the Milestone games or this. They're both their own game. If I only had this to play, I think it would still be fun. If it didn't have the Lucus Oil tracks coming, though, I could see it, for me, myself personally, getting a little old, because I want the officially licensed tracks and everything. And man, I hope they can get the all 12 tracks, not just the 6. I think they said they are trying to work on it. That's the rumor, that they are working on getting them. So let's cross our fingers and hope that they are. That'll be really fun. Again, this is my opinion, guys. I have 3 hours of play on this game. I plan on putting some more into it. I did not mess with my setups at all. So I know if you guys will say, hey, you messed with your setup. I didn't. I didn't have a time to unlock all the options on my bike. So I didn't even have the chance to even adjust all the settings to, like some of the setups that you guys have posted online. So I will definitely do that once I can level up my bike. I think you have to do that. When I went to the settings, I couldn't change it. So I'm pretty sure you have to level up the bike some more. Yeah, and I did try online racing. I got in a lobby. There was some guy. His name was Camp. If you're watching this, he was playing on PC. He was killing it. He lapped me easily. Like I said, I think he probably had a setup that actually worked and he knew the tracks. It was my first time playing online and I got worked. So he was probably saying, yeah, that guy sucks. And yes, I did suck. So anyways, guys, I hope, these are just my opinions. I like the game. I mean, it's fine as it is. I didn't have to adjust my physics at all and I had fun. First person mode is the way to play, in my opinion. I could not stand third person view, and that seems like that's what everybody plays on the videos, but man, first person is the way to go. So all you guys that said play first person, thank you. I agree. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Why does everybody have to compare these two games, series, MX versus ATV versus Milestone? Let's just be grateful we have all these games to play, and hopefully one of these years, one of these developers will get it right, make the ultimate game. I doubt that they will, but we can only hope. And hey, if you don't like buying these games, don't buy them every year. Pick and choose. Buy them on sale. You don't have to pre-order every damn game that comes out and then say, hey, this sucks. You don't like Milestone games? Why do you have to go on the Milestone videos and comment on them? Dude, Save some breath. Go play your rainbow game. You don't like the rainbow games? Don't go comment on them. How terrible are they? Suck, this and that. Go play your milestone games. Man, can't we all just be happy? Anyways, I'm probably asking too much for the internet. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a thumbs up. And let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks a lot.